Went and saw The Beekeeper tonight. I thought it was a really excellent movie. Um, Jason Statham did a really good job throughout the movie, keeping the action going, um, as he normally does throughout his movies. Beekeeper has two premises within this movie. Um, First one is he's actually a beekeeper, um, and he has beehives and he likes his honey and stuff like that. The second one is beekeeper is code for secret operative underground, killer type groups that we all see in the different movies. They give them different names. Beekeeper is just the one that they use in this one. Um, so it's kind of something different, and they played on that throughout the whole movie, which was really cool to see. Um, they use that bee theme throughout, which you really don't ever see that. Usually they give a name to a special elite underground killing machine type person, and they don't run with it. But this one they actually used the theme throughout the movie, um, so that really made the movie more interesting. Um, so the premise of the whole movie starts out he's killing this hornet's nest for his bees to survive, and this woman that he's actually renting a barn from says, "Why don't you just come over for dinner later on in the night?" Anyway, in the meantime, she was on her computer doing things, and one of those scam things popped up, and they fooled her and scammed her out of like all her money that she had, her retirement, and like a $2 million charity thing that she was involved with. I think it was for helping kids or something. Anyway, whatever. They scammed her out of all of her money, and she ended up committing suicide because she had nothing left. Well, when Jason went over, the beekeeper, Alex Clay, well, they call him Alex Clay in the movie, goes over for dinner later on. Like the lights are off, so he goes in the house. Smoke detector's going off. He turns it off, grabs a knife, and then like as he goes to see her, like dead, her daughter actually, who's an FBI agent, stops him and accuses him of killing her, and it goes back and forth throughout the whole movie. But he gets cleared right away for like killing her because the daughter, who's an FBI agent, realizes that she got hacked and all of her accounts got wiped clean. So then Alex Clay, Jason, goes after the hackers. The rest of the movie goes up the chain. First blows up this one business park type building that we all see, like fancy business park. Knocks that whole call center out, gets some information from them. But after he does that, they send like a group of 4 to the house, and he kills 3 out of the 4 then, and leaves the one alive briefly. Then they end up burning down the house. They never really said if he burnt down the house or the people that were sent to kill him burned it down. It was kind of like a little gray area. They never really tied that loose end up. But I guess, however you look at it, it's 50-50, because I don't think he'd really burn down that lady's house. But whatever. But then he kills that other dude that he let go and gets some more information and starts climbing the ladder. The rest of the movie up to like the very top. Then he goes to like Boston and goes after this other call center. And meanwhile, this young kid who's like behind all these call centers and the scam centers gets his dad involved, which is a retired CIA director, getting all like his connections to come and try to kill him, protect him. And his dad's like the whole time just like had a little bit of a John Wick feel, like there's nothing I can do, you're gonna die, and he's gonna be the last eyes you see, type deal, which was just kind of cool. But you find out in the end, this kid, his mother, is actually the president of the United States in the movie, and the money that the call centers and stuff were raising, like to keep the family going and stuff like that, actually funded her campaign, because she self-funded her campaign, and she was actually going to spill and tell the truth after she found out, like the last 10 minutes of the movie, that that's where her campaign funds were, and how much of a shitty son that he actually was. But he was doing drugs and stuff like that throughout the movie, and coke. Um, so she sort of knew he wasn't the greatest son, but whatever. But he had like a network, I think like 20 call centers, like scamming people, and they were all this like big, like Wolf of Wall Street type rooms. Like everybody's like cheering, when they score big, and like with the stocks type deal. But these are like scamming people out of money, life savings. So like Jason's going up the ladder, taking him down, trying to get to the head of the snake. And meanwhile, they're saying it's like a protecting the hive, like for the greater good. Like that's like B references throughout the whole movie, like that type of mentality they would throw in once in a while. And then like the FBI and stuff like that got involved, but he would never kill the FBI. Like he fought them and took them out. Like he would shoot them, but it was more like in their Kevlar vests and stuff like that. So he wasn't actually killing them, because he was trying to prove that he wasn't going after the FBI and stuff. He was going after the bad guys. And he was only really killing the people that got hired to kill him. And in the end, some beach house or something, like SWAT, CIA, and this like beat killer group are all there, and he like gets his shot at the well, they call him kid, but he's 28 in the movie. They say his age. Like Madam President and like him, he gets a shot at them, but he ends up killing the son because the president, Madam President or whatever, was going to come clean. And he sort of knew that. He was going after more of the son the whole movie. But it just, there's a little bit more dialect in there, dialogue, whatever, throughout the whole movie. Because the woman who got killed, like her daughter's like seeing him a couple times and trying to get him to come in and that sort of thing. But there was actually at one point another beekeeper went after him, and he just completely annihilated her in like a gas station. Made it look real simple. But throughout the whole movie, this guy that was like hired to protect the young kid, like the CIA director, not his dad. I think I might have said his dad earlier, but it's not his dad. But he just tries to get more people to help out and just tells them there's really nothing he can do, but he's still trying to find different connections. It's a pretty action-packed movie throughout. You don't go more than like 5 minutes maybe. I don't know what the actual duration is without some action. It's cool if you pay attention the whole time. Just pick up with some things about the bees that they throw in, or just like how the characters interact with each other, and the things that he's doing, like the way he kills some people, stuff like that. It's one of those movies that have some different killing scenarios within it, which is nice. None of that just stabby, shooty type stuff. But I don't know. That's a quick rundown. I would recommend it. Kept my attention throughout the movie. I thought it was a little, even though it's like an action killing movie, like, bad guys kill woman, guy goes after them the whole time type movie, it still kept my attention. I just wanted to see more throughout. They probably could make a sequel. I don't know if they really will, but they didn't really set it up for a sequel. He just Clay gets away at the end. Jason Statham, Alex Clay gets away, will let go. So they can make one, but they didn't like hint at anything. They just left the door open of possibilities. But it could be a good franchise. But I would go see it. It's not really gory, but it does keep your attention, and I do think you get your money's worth. And I think the action would play out a lot better in the theaters than it would on a TV, unless it's a really huge TV with surround sound. I just feel like you would get more of the action in your face with a bigger screen. So check it out and go see it if you can. And Beekeeper is definitely one of those movies that I think are good. It's worth your time.